All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Quadash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, and on down that rule well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson to how alone the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And I want to name the video, this shows how bad people are struggling in Babylon. All right, or whatever title Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai sees fit I use. But Lord Woods, brothers can see on the screen, I have this article here from the Zero Hedge, and it says yet another cargo theft from a refrigerated 18-wheeler in Philadelphia. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read some of the article. It says Chicago thefts are becoming a trend in Philadelphia, and it doesn't look like, come on, man, and it doesn't look like the swearing in of a new mayor, Cheryl Parker, if I pronounced that right, who is supposed to be far tougher on crime than her predecessor, Jim Kennedy, is deteriorating them. All right, and Philadelphia is a rough place, man. You know, it was one of the top places in Babylon in crime. It's one of the top in poverty. All right, which all of Babylon right now is really jacked up, but certain places are worse than others. And there's videos on YouTube showing what it's like in Philadelphia right now, in the streets of Philadelphia, just Philadelphia, period. All right, not just in the streets, but all over. It's pretty bad. All right, everywhere. And not just in Philadelphia, again, all throughout Babylon. All right, it says this time around, thieves made off with a large carton of tuna from a refrigerated truck in South Philadelphia. The crime took place around 3:30 a.m. while the trucker was asleep Thursday near Patterson Ave, when the trucker was parked on the roadway. Salakia. The report said that multiple male suspects got away in two vehicles, a white sedan and a SUV. All right, I just want to highlight this part right here. This shows that these ain't homeless people or people that are living in the streets. These are people that more than likely have apartments or a house. We know they have cars or access to a car, have money to get access to a car at least. All right, probably have jobs, but things are so tough right now with inflation going on and all of that. And Esau, you know, putting more hell on people to basically get the people in a state of desperation. So when the Karagma comes, they'll be more willing to take it. All right, people are resorting to this. You know, second is just the beginning phases of second is just the 15th chapter, where the Lord said they're going to spoil one another's houses for the lack of bread. All right, so you got people now that's what it's ultimately going to come down to. All right, if you don't have the food, you're going to go to your neighbor's house and get it and look for it. Ultimately, that's what it's going to come down to. So now you got this, people stealing from stores, people stealing from these cargo trucks. All right, these people in Babylon are bugged the fuck out, man. But anyway, yeah, people stealing from the stores, people stealing now from these cargo trucks before they get to the stores. All right, and then once all that's dried out, people are going to start spoiling one another. All right, once all the grocery stores are empty, then people are going to start spoiling one another's houses. All right, like the scriptures say in again, 2 Ezra the 15th chapter, for the lack of bread and water. All right, and after that, after all the food and all that's gone, all right, then sooner or later what happens? Cannibalism. People start eating each other. All right, that's what's going to happen, man. The scriptures say in Daniel the 12th chapter, there's a time never before seen, especially for Babylon the Great. All right. You know, cannibalism, man, is coming back in a major way, like the elders always say. But this just shows these ain't homeless people. These are people that more than likely have houses, apartments, cars. They know they got cars, jobs that are doing this. All right. And they ain't stealing Nikes and Jordans, and well, Nikes are Jordans or whatever, but they ain't stealing Nikes and Louis Vuitton t-shirts and Louis Vuitton pants. They ain't looking to steal that. They're stealing food. All right. Why? Because they're hungry. All right. Or they could be looking to sell it too. Probably keep some of it for themselves and sell some of it too. All right. for a decent price, because they nothing in the store for a decent price right now. It says back in April, thieves made off with more than $12,000 in pork. No, this was niggas. From a Northeast Philadelphia truck that the crime marked the 37th cargo theft in the area for the year, and it was months ago. So that was the 37th cargo area. So this is something that keeps happening over and over and over again. So again, it just shows how people are catching hell, man. All right, the people are catching it out here. Well, they're turning to this, stealing from these trucks. It says the thieves made off with 56 cases of pork at the time. It says the thieves made off with 56 cases of pork at the time. As ABC noted in April, the location where the pork was stolen is a popular overnight truck stop for truckers en route to the morning warehouse deliveries. However, it's also becoming a hot spot for thieves when recent incidents on March 14th involved stolen bourbon and meats while deliverers were asleep. Captain Jack Ryan, and you know which trucks have the because you can clearly see the which trucks have the refrigeration thing on it and which trucks don't. So they know exactly what truck has the food on it and which truck doesn't have the food on it. All right, and those are the ones they're targeting. It says while drivers were asleep, Captain Jack Ryan of the Philadelphia Police Department commented, "They are asleep in a lot of cases. The refrigerated trucks make a lot of noise." Right, they can't hear them because they can't turn the refrigerators off because then the food will spoil. All right, so they have to keep it running overnight. They never shut it off. So while they're asleep and they can't hear anything because the refrigerator's so loud. All right, the truck is just going. I mean, the people just go in there and take what they want and just clear it, just haul ass after they get what they want. All right, and again, this shows just how bad things are in Babylon the Great. All right, and they're only going to get worse. All right. All right, Salaki for that, brothers. But this second Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. And victuals, which victuals are food. All right, it's food. Shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they should think themselves to be in good case. But that's not the case anymore. All right, victuals with your food has gone through the roof. And starting with our elders and apostles, a great millstone, the brothers ranking on down, have been warning about this for some time now. That you're going to see a super increase in the rate of food, for the price of food due to the inflation. All right, which is quickly becoming hyperinflation. Damn, what was that the other day, man? What's that restaurant? Yeah, Denny's. They their all-star breakfast meal or whatever it's called. It was like $6 and now it's like $17. So that and when you do the math on that, it basically added up to like a 200% rise in costs. All right, or something to that effect. All right, so we're well on our way to hyperinflation. All right, and again, the prophets of the Lord have been warning about these times for some time now. But victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they should think themselves to be in good case. And the people thought they was back then. You know, everything was still at a reasonable price. The restaurants were selling stuff for a reasonable price, but that's not the case anymore. And even then shall evils, which evil means bad times, shall grow upon the earth. Sword, famine, and great confusion. Right, evils was growing. Bad things were happening. The economy was getting more and more worse. The value of the dollar was tanking like crazy. And then when the C-19 came with the stimulus checks and they printed up all that money, which is a big reason why inflation is the way that it is right now. Now you see a major increase in the prices of food. All right, and victuals. All right, so they ain't cheap no more. But again, you know, when the prophets were warning, telling our people that these times were coming, that everything will be so cheap, all right, and they thought they was in good case, and they never thought these times they was never going to be like the times they were in right now. They thought it was all good, but now they're catching hell. That's why they're stealing. People are stealing from the stores like crazy. Now people are hitting these cargo trucks, these truckers, cargo trucks, stealing before they even get to the to the store. All right, so that shows how bad things are. All right, and it said sword and famine, which a famine is coming, a lack of food. all right, and great confusion. Right, in great confusion. Verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish in famine. And right, that's a gruesome death, man. To perish perish from starvation, that's a gruesome death. And the others that seek the hunger shall sword destroy. All right, so the Lord will get you in another way. All right, rather it's martial law, or whatever. You get ran over by a truck, or a straight bullet hits you, or whatever. A tank runs you over, or something like that. The Lord will get you in another way. But the Lord said many are going to perish from a famine. All right, and we're seeing that. Then on top of all that, you got to remember Esau is burning down these these warehouses that house food. They be housing food. He's with the bird flu, a lot of cattle have been killed. With the droughts, the extreme heat, a lot of the crops were killed in these Midwestern states, what they call the Corn Belt or whatever. A lot of with those blizzards or whatever killed the crops. Again, you got wildfires in the West Coast that killed a lot of crops. So I mean, you can clearly see a famine is coming, man. A famine is definitely coming. And then on top of that, with all that going on, that also drives up the price of food. All right, so things are just getting worse and worse and worse, man. All right, Scripture speak about a day's wage, a measure of wheat. All right, for a penny, a day's wage. In the book of Revelations for your food, and damn near that with the black horse. Like Elder Tahar said, we're quickly approaching the time of the black horse. All right, because it costs damn near your whole check to buy groceries. You know, brother seen the videos with the inflation and all that on it. When people them inflation videos about people sighing and crying about not being able to buy their food or whatever. All right, so things are getting worse and worse, man. So if you're already here, let me go ahead and read this. The 2nd Ezra chapter 15. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 19. And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right, the lack of bread means what? A lack of food. All right, people can't pay for it. People can't buy the food. People are turning to theft. And Target and these big box stores have been saying that if the theft don't stop, we're just going to close our doors. We're just going to shut down because the theft is so bad, which is all by design, man. It ain't that bad, you know, but they just need an excuse to do do the things while they're doing. I mean, it's like they need an excuse to pull the plug on this system. And that's the excuse they're going to use with all this stuff. We can't stay open, so we have to shut down these stores in this location or whatever. All right, which is going to help drive the famine, right along with all those other things through the spirit of Power Yahweh Shem Yahushua that I just mentioned. All right. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to you brothers that push this truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom to the elect.